What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Action Packed Sunday. You guys enjoyed your Mother's Day last week, so I bet you all missed me. So this week, I'm back with a new video. This week, I'm looking at a movie called No Contest from 1995. It stars Roddy Piper, which is one of the reasons why I found this movie. It also stars the Dice Man, Andrew Clay, Shannon Tweed, and Robert Davi. So, yeah, you got some interesting heavy hitters there, especially Roddy Piper. But of course, that was one of the reasons why I drew to this movie. But let's see. The difference between this movie and Back in Action that I reviewed a couple weeks ago, instead of him being a hero, he's a villain. So, yeah. But of course, which kind of buys Piper's, famed ability, because he was famous for playing a heel. But then again, he became a loved heel over time, and eventually became everyone's favorite, the Rowdy Scotsman, as we all call him. But, of course, you're probably wondering, what the hell is the plot? Well, the plot of No Contest, it's pretty much a die-hard clone, but instead of revolving around a Christmas party, it revolves around a beauty pageant that takes place at a giant high-rise building / hotel. And supposedly, Andrew Dice Clay, he's also the villain. He's trying to ransom them for money or diamonds, technically. And, of course, who's the hero? Believe it or not, it's actually Shannon Tweed. So, I'm all for having strong female roles, which, of course, hey, power to the women. But let's see. What can I say about her role? Her acting was mediocre at best. But I will say she did deliver some good, hard-hitting fights, because she did pretty good. Because her character is that she is a former action hero turned beauty pageant host, and so that's why she's kicking so much ass in this movie. But of course, when it comes to firearms, she's not good. But which really had me scratch my head, my goodness. At one point, she actually has an Uzi, but all of a sudden you realize, oh crap, it's jammed up. And of course, with the look of terror on her face, it's like, wait a minute, so if she's supposed to be an action hero, how the hell is she supposed to fire a gun, or something like that? It's like things just didn't add up. It was just a big pile of crap at the end of this. But I will say, Andrew Dice Clay makes a very, very convincing villain, even though he can come off as annoying at times. But Roddy Piper, even though his role was kind of, I wouldn't say wasted, even though his was kind of pushed to the side, he did a good job playing a guy named Ice, which of course I thought interesting. That sounds like something for a much different character, but Ice makes no sense. But I will say, Piper delivered his lines in a cool, calculated manner, and he was vicious as a villain. And of course, I counted the times that his character we thought were down for the count, but somehow he kept coming back. Jesus Christ, he's like the Terminator. But then he finally gets killed in literally the last 5 minutes. So it's like, I'm like, yeah, okay, it's fine, but literally, there's really nothing original to this plot. Like I said, the acting from Shannon Tweed is terrible. Roddy Piper does some good stuff. Andrew Dice Clay does a really good job playing a very convincing villain, but everything else is just a pile of shit. I'd say, if I had to compare this between this and Back in Action, I thought Back in Action was better. This was just shits for the birds. But I would say it's not horrible. It's just bad in a way, because there's just very subpar acting from Shannon Tweed, which says something. Roddy Piper, like I said, everyone else does their part except for Shannon Tweed. I feel like if it was a different person in that role of the strong female lead, things would have worked better. Plus, they could have maybe ironed out some details of this whole plot, and it would have been a good classic. So pretty much, I just look at it as just another crap die-hard clone, but with Shannon Tweed as a good lead. But let's see, if I had to give this movie a score, I'm going to give the score maybe a 4 out of 10, because it was just a whole lot that just didn't add up. I could have given this movie a 3, but some redeeming qualities just really pushed it over the top for me, which I liked. But still, I'd say, if you want to watch a good Roddy Piper movie, watch, They Live or Back in Action if you want to, okay? So that does it for this week for Action Packed Sunday. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for some more awesome videos.